Terrific trade-ins from his new car stores and opened Woody Folsom Overflow on North First in Jesup. We added great financing, very competitive rates, and super low pricing.
And hey, we're working on a building, an all-new service facility to do fast lane, high-quality service for our customers. It'll be ready in a month or so, so meantime, see us now for a super deal. And every car we sell comes with a free lifetime warranty forever. Good as long as you own the car. Talk to me.
Hope to see you soon at Woody Folsom Overflow, 448 North First here in Jesup.
Hey, you know what says quick, quick?
No, Mama.
A duck with hiccups.
Oh, Mama.
Oh, come on, that's funny.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in the local news. In the news, 2 down, 1 to go. The Wayne County Commissioners held 2 of their required public meetings regarding the proposed increase in the millage rate, as Commissioners proposing to raise the millage by 1 mil. They state Monday that it's only a 1 mil increase. The final public hearing will be set for Monday, August 28th at 6:30 p.m. Then they'll have the call meeting at 7 p.m. to set the final millage rate. No citizens attended the 2 meetings on Monday. The media on hand, along with Tax Commissioner Denise Griffiths. No citizen on hand to ask any questions. The media able to ask questions. One question I asked is about the proposal to increase the tax anticipation note by $500,000. As for the past few years, the commissioners have worked hard to lower it by $500,000 each year. I asked Chairman Mike Roberts how disappointing it is that they're looking to increase it again by $500,000.
Comment on the fact, they said for years, the tax anticipation note has been lowered $500,000, and now the proposal is to increase it $500,000. How disappointing is that?
Say it again.
How disappointing is that?
That's real disappointing. Because when we were first going along during the year, I had really hoped that we would pay some on that note in the middle of the year. We didn't get a chance to, but that's going to be. We did 4 interviews after the meeting this morning, with those guys, and we're giving Drew a copy of their resume. If you'd like one, Bob, we can give it to you. But that question was asked to every one of them. We're not sitting on the top of the hill right now. We're scrambling. We're about 6 foot deep in the ground, and are you willing to get a shovel, get in there with us, and let's dig out? And if we make a budget, can you live within that budget? And they said yes. We said, well, that's one of the big questions. We can't make a budget and not live within it. And are you strong enough to make cuts where we need to make them? They all said yes. If I'm correct, they said yes. And they said we will. And we said, there were a lot of good questions asked, like, you ever been through having to regroup? A couple of them said yes. So, we said, look, we don't want you to come into something that's not preparing to tell you that's here before us. We're not painting you a big rosy picture to come here to Wayne County. When you get here, we got a lot of work to get done to get our feet on the ground. And one of the things that we're going to work as hard as we've ever worked in our lives is to get that tan paid down.
Commissioners state that besides the millage increase, there will have to be, and they stressed that they're interviewed Monday for the position of county administrator as they conduct interviews on Monday. Herschel Hire is recently new to the commission board, first time selecting an administrator. Talked to him about this process and what he's looking for in a county administrator.
Bob, we're looking for someone that's intelligent and has worked with budgets and worked with people and can come in under the gun and help us get our financial situation back on track. We had 4 good candidates, good interviews. We had 5 selected, but one pulled his application out over the weekend and just decided it was not in his future right now to come to Wayne County or even interview for Wayne County. So I'm looking forward to us sitting down again and going over the last 2 candidates we've narrowed it down to.
Field of candidates?
Yeah, it was a good field. A lot of government experience in most of them, leadership and management experience in all of them, and budgeting experience with all of them.
Well, following these many years, it's one thing to pick a candidate, then you have to negotiate the contract, things like that. So any idea what the timetable is you're looking at, and when do you think decisions like that will be made?
Bob, I think we're looking at it at least 2 weeks to go through the process that we have to go through to select, and this is a very important position. So we're not about to rush in and just grab somebody. We may even talk to these candidates again. We're going to talk to each other again about certain positives and negatives with the candidates. Really and truly, I look for us having someone on board, hopefully within the next 60 to 90 days. And keep in mind that these are career guys, and it would only be fair to their current employees if they are currently employed, and the majority of them are. It would be fair to their employees to give them time. And I respect that.
Right. Any other issue taking place this week? You had 2 public hearings so far. So far, no citizens have showed up to express their concerns about the millage increase. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. One more meeting on Monday before the called meeting on Monday at 7 o'clock to set the millage rate. But your thoughts on that? As you mentioned, you're looking for somebody to come in. You know, it's been well documented where the county is. They talked again about today. No one expected 2 hurricanes to come through. That hurt as well.
That's right.
The state cuts, things like that. But your thoughts on the overall process about raising the millage?
Needless to say, this is the first time I've been through something like this. You know, I've followed government through the years and served on the IDA, but this is the first time I've been involved in setting the millage, or raising the millage, I should say. And it's not a popular thing, and I know that. We know that. I really expected a little bit more public participation, at least more questions as to why. But given your broadcasting and you're putting it out there in the last couple of weeks, I think that maybe a lot of people understand that this is something we have to do. It's not something we want to do, but to get us through this financial crisis. Yes, you mentioned the 2 hurricanes. That's monies that we don't get all back, and it's monies that we don't expect to spend. We just didn't have a rainy day fund that big. Some of the state changes in the way they disperse money has affected us, and I hope the people of Wayne County understand that we're trying to be frugal. We're trying to spend our dollars wisely, and this millage rate increase is simply something we have to do to stay on board.
Okay, Herschel, thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bob.
I want to give those comments to Commissioner Herschel Hires. We'll continue to follow the process, selecting the new administrator, also the process of raising the millage rate. Again, the final public hearing set for Monday, August 28th at 6:30, and the called meeting at 7 o'clock to set the millage rate. Again, the process that the administrator, they state, could take somewhere between 60 to 90 days. We'll come back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Don't miss this. It's the Summer Drive in Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup. Drive away with our exceptional live market prices. Drive most 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs, 0% APR for 60 months for qualified buyers. Or drive 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab LTs up to $9,600 off MSRP. Drive in today and drive out with these aggressive offers at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup. Most 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab, 0% APR for 60 months. 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab LTs up to $9,600 off MSRP. Hurry for these limited time offers at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads. 1667 every 1,000 you finance. Plus finance with GM Financial. Not available with all offers. Savings offer includes price reduction below MSRP and cash allowance. Ends 8/31/17.
Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup is your one-stop health shop for most all your healthcare needs. They offer same-day appointments, and walk-ins are welcome for medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage therapy care for immediate treatment and pain relief for injuries and illnesses of all conditions. Advance Healthcare specializes in the treatment of spinal and joint pains, headaches, neurological and muscle conditions, and family medical needs. Advance Healthcare accepts and files most major insurance plans, accepts motor vehicle and workman's comp cases, and they make self-pay plans affordable for everyone so you can get the care you need right away. Call or walk into Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup, or visit their website at ahc4health.com to explore the many ways they can quickly serve you. Advance Healthcare Center, serving the Wayne County area for over 27 years. Feel better today.
Are you wanting a fresh look in your kitchen, but afraid of the time and money it will take to get the look you've always dreamed of? Do you find yourself watching home remodeling shows and wanting that new look in your home as well? Well, at Kitchen Tune-Up, let us remodel your expectations. At Kitchen Tune-Up, we can give you a fresh, updated look in your kitchen in less than 3 days. We can reface or redoor your existing cabinets, or let us redesign your kitchen with all new cabinets and countertops. Kitchen Tune-Up is located inside your Sears hometown store in Jesup, servicing all of southeast Georgia. Visit us at kitchentune-up.com or call us today for a free estimate at 912-424-8907.
In other news, 23-year-old Randall Dylan Hewitt of Jesup remains in the Savannah Hospital being treated for injuries, while 30-year-old Thomas William McGee of Jesup has been arrested and charged with DUI, while the Sheriff's Department continues to investigate an incident which occurred early Saturday morning. As officers responded to Wayne Memorial Hospital reference to a traffic crash, a single vehicle striking a pedestrian. When officers arrived at the hospital, they made contact with Jesup police officers who advised that both individuals, Tommy and Randall Hewitt, had left a party at Sharon Eicher's residence at 231 Cameron Road. The complainant, McGee, stated to police officers that the victim, Hewitt, had left the party on foot. McGee says he got in Hewitt's vehicle to go look for him. He told police officers he found Hewitt in the roadway covered in blood, and McGee told officers he got Hewitt into the vehicle and drove him to the hospital. Officers state that Hewitt had abrasions, road rash on his arms, chest, legs, and face area. Nursing staff at the hospital stated to law enforcement that they believed one of his arms was broken. They were also advised he suffered an extensive head injury and was being transported to Savannah. Hewitt states he had been struck from behind by a vehicle. He told law enforcement that he left the party on foot because no one would give him a ride. He says he got along with everyone at the party. He says there were simply no disagreements or arguments. Hewitt says he was going to attempt to drive home, but he says everyone told him not to drive. Hewitt says his vehicle wasn't at the party, was parked on the Brunswick Highway near McDonald's. He says McGee dropped him off at McDonald's after the vehicle had struck him, but McGee had used his vehicle to drive him to McDonald's. He states he could not move, so he drove himself to the hospital. He explained that McGee did not have a vehicle and could not explain how McGee got him from the party to McDonald's when the only vehicle he had to use was his own vehicle. He would state something was not adding up and that he believed he was set up. Hewitt further states he believes someone was trying to kill him. Next, Hewitt tells officers he was someone at the party struck him in the face. He couldn't remember the person's name or why the person struck him. However, he states the person was black and that he never saw him before. Finally, in statements to law enforcement, Hewitt advised that a small truck had run him over, possibly a base truck. Law enforcement spoke with McGee. He says he found his cousin laying in the middle of the road, and McGee says he believes someone struck him with a vehicle. McGee states he helped get Hewitt to the hospital. Officers state they detected a strong odor of alcohol coming from McGee. McGee had bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. Officers examined the vehicle McGee had used to transport Hewitt to the hospital. The vehicle, a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro, silver in color. On the passenger side of the vehicle, officers found blood smears on the front quarter panel, the passenger door handle, passenger rear door, and on the trim above the passenger front seat. Inside the vehicle, blood on the headrest, dashboard, radio, emergency brake, front passenger seat, and center console. There was no blood on the driver's side of the vehicle. In addition, blood was found underneath the vehicle on the front tire area of the undercarriage, front bumper damaged. Officers believe McGee ran over Hewitt while he was attempting to find him. McGee was passed out in the hospital lobby when officers woke him up, handcuffed him, and advised him he was being arrested for DUI. The vehicle was being processed, and McGee was issued a citation for DUI, and the accident is still under investigation at this time. Sheriff John Carter says post on Facebook about a beating simply isn't true, and Sheriff Carter says there's no evidence that Hewitt was beaten. Again, the Sheriff's Department is investigating the incident and will continue to follow the story as it develops. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Don't miss this. It's the Summer Drive in Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup. Drive away with our exceptional live market prices. Drive most 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cabs, 0% APR for 60 months for qualified buyers. Or drive 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab LTs up to $9,600 off MSRP. Drive in today and drive out with these aggressive offers at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup. Most 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab, 0% APR for 60 months. 17 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab LTs up to $9,600 off MSRP. Hurry for these limited time offers at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Jesup.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads. 1667 every 1,000 you finance plus finance with GM Financial. Not available with all offers. Savings offer includes price reduction below MSRP and cash allowance. Ends 8/31/17.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties for over 13 years. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the only nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our new administrative offices, located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, have opened recently as Phase 1 of our building project. Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak to someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Morton Collision is located at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton's offers free estimates, 23-hour towing, and they guarantee their work. Call 427-3769 or after hours 912-294-6140. The staff at Morton Collision Center works with all insurance companies. So for guaranteed work with a qualified staff, go to Morton Collision at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton Collision, quality you can see.
Final notes in news. The sentencing for Jesse Irwin Strickland date has been set. It's going to take place Thursday, September 7th. Time not certain as Thursday's drug court day. Strickland was found guilty of murder in the death of 70-year-old Arthur G. Westbury. The Wayne County jury found Strickland guilty of murder, and sentencing will take place on that date. Only two options for the sentence: life in prison without parole or life in prison with the possibility of parole. Family members of the victim will be allowed to enter victim statements before sentencing is handed down. Again, the sentencing date set for September the 7th. Board of Education has a meeting today at 6 p.m. on the recognition, the American Heart Association presentation. Suzanne Hayes, Director of Nursing, will present an overview of the Jump Rope for Heart program. Vic Trotty will present information on Stop the Bleed program. Jack and Jive overview of that program will be given. There's an executive session to discuss personnel. The millage rate will be set by the Board of Education. Again, they'll set their final millage rate for fiscal year 18 at that meeting today at 6 p.m. Solid Waste Authority is having a work session at 6:30 on August 24th. It's a Thursday at the County Commissioners Board meeting room. Don Stack, their attorney for the Solid Waste Board, will be attending to answer any questions members have and discuss the duties of the Solid Waste Authority Board. And it's set for Thursday, 6:30 at the County Commissioners meeting room. Qualifying underway this week for the Scriven City elections. Again, qualifying continues today and all this week. Only one person qualified yesterday. That is incumbent Commissioner Raquel Wright. Again, the qualifying fee to run for Scriven Mayor is $90. To run for a council seat, it's $36. I said $35 yesterday. It's $36. So again, if you want to run for a city council or a mayor, go by Scriven City Hall. Again, they're open from 8:30 to 12, 1 to 4 today. And again, the qualifying ends on August 25th at 12 noon. Early voting takes place at the Wayne County Courthouse. The early voting will take place beginning October 16th and run up until November 3rd. If you'd like to register to vote in the upcoming November election, the last day to do that is October the 10th. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morganson, have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
Shop and save with these August specials at Harris Ace Hardware. A Stanley 10-piece ratcheting screwdriver, normal price $13.99, now only $2.99 with Ace Reward Card. Buy 2 20-pound bags of premium birdseed and get one free. And Spectracide ready to spray bug